do it live. Fellas, another one of those wonderful Thursday evenings, man, right here live on the YouTubes and the X's and the Hot 97s every day. That's my word. Gentlemen, how we feeling?
I'm feeling blessed.
Fantastic.
Black, favored. Good night,
With
man.
the guy.
Here to talk some good graps. You know what I mean? Here to talk some good graps with the gang.
Absolutely.
Yep.
A lot of grab talk, of course. Got a lot of shows coming up over the next couple of weeks. This weekend we have Dynasty. So later on in this here program, we're going to talk about Dynasty predictions, preview, all of that. And this is still, believe it or not, Mania season. Mania season is still chugging along. 42 is around the corner. Next week.
We have been going through it. It has just been an ongoing amount of months to get to this point. And when I tell you, I'm so excited for 420 weekend for WrestleMania to just be over and done with. So we can just hit reset on the new season.
Man, I can't wait because I feel like I've been beat up every week. And now I'm like, is it time? Like, beat up, battered, bruised. Like, I'm ready to get it over with, man. Just take me out now.
This is what we do. But a salute to you and yours, everybody out there that's tapped into us. It's the Ringside Club. Good Sir Chad Law, the good brother birthday, of course, myself, Ringside General, the signature mover, AO. We'll do proper introductions, but let's get into a couple of little news items that's been circulating specifically today. Biggest news today, one that I saw a vast majority of the people across my timeline talking about, was the TNA policy. They got a brand new policy that restricts their wrestlers, TNA contracted wrestlers, from booking independent dates and having matches against talents contracted to other companies, basically, specifically anybody affiliated with AEW, it seems. There were two big matches. One was actually supposed to happen pretty soon, Ricochet versus Leon Slater. It was the Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show that was going to be in Vegas. And then May 1st, Creator Pro, MJF, Nick Nemeth, it was going to be the Devil versus the Overseller. Both of those are off of the table. Carlos Silva said it was due to talent conflicts. Basically, WWE said nah. MJF called Silva everything but a child of God across every platform that he was on today. Tony Khan said he was surprised, man. He had pre-cleared it. TNA pre-cleared it. TNA reneged. What y'all think about it?
Man, I think the pre-clearing is interesting. I would fault TNA for doing that when they knew most likely they was gonna get that last minute call like, hey guys, what are you doing? You know what I mean? That's the WWE style. They don't tell you you're doing wrong until you actually go ahead and do it all wrong. And then they're like, hey, walk it back, and then hands off. I don't know. It sucks for everybody, I guess. Maybe another time.
We all knew this was going to be inevitable with how this match would go. The overseller would definitely be overselling the hell out of a heat seeker into a 1-2-3. And realistically, you know, TNA is saying, yo, a guy who was a featured prominent name on our program is not taking a pinfall to the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, no matter what scale of independent show it is. It's really what I feel like it came down to. We got our tickets. We're going to be in the building. Shout out to Melville, Long Island, Big LI-ish.
Allah.
So it remains to be seen.
I think right now it was an open challenge. MJF just has an open challenge, and Nick Nemeth against Bear Bronson, if I'm not mistaken.
And let's just hope that it's not just MJF versus random guy from Syosset. And it's
my God,
it's the Long Islander.
it's hometown, man.
Never
mind. That's a TNA gimmick. That's a TNA
guy. Yeah,
you're right. Wow, that's crazy. I caught myself on that one. That was wild. But yeah,
the Suffolk County Strangler.
Yeah, it's definitely not at the time right now.
Damn, my fault. Yeah. Bad times, bad news. Strike that one from the record, man.
Wavy name. Ain't no telling who it could be. Creator Pro can make something shake, but it should be interesting how it goes. But we still got to get through a whole other AEW match. And it's going to blow that match and what that match will be out of the water. And that's going to be the main event of AEW Dynasty. We'll get to that in a little bit. But in the meantime, TNA and their partnership with WWE will continue to make sure AEW is not going to be featured in matches with their guys. Point blank, We've seen it happen immediately, affect him immediately. Leon Slater as well too.
Yeah.
He
was
got
pulled
he
from
got
something.
pulled.
Yep.
He got pulled from a match with who was it? Who it was? It was somebody. It was a first time match, if I'm not
It was
mistaken.
Leon Slater and Ricochet.
And Ricochet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Ricochet, which would have
Yeah,
been
right.
fire, man. Like,
Gunsmoke.
that'd have been amazing. They'd have
Match would've
pulled
been
every
Gunsmoke.
aerial move out of the arsenal. Like, imagine getting that show. That reminds me of just like the overall idea of what Mania Weekend was usually about. It's like everybody bringing their dream matches and their best moves out, for whoever's in the area, and that would have been one of those ones.
Speaking of, is it just me, or have you not heard a peep about any of the activities that are happening wrestling-wise around WrestleMania week?
A lot less people or companies and promotions are participating. It's like if you look at the news, not necessarily news, but the talk about how WWE is selling less tickets this year. It's just in general a lot less people than last year that are going out there. There's like, they don't want to be a part of it.
Correct.
So I know there's definitely some shows. There's always shows, but it just feels like there's a lot less talk about the ones that are happening. It doesn't really feel like it's really all that exciting, and nothing's happening next year because they're in Saudi. You know what I mean? So this is perfect timing.
Make it there.
Yeah, this is like perfect timing for Mania week to turn into Double or Nothing week, or All Out week, or weekend rather. But yeah,
You think there's any
MLW?
you guys think? I feel like you think they're putting restrictions, WWE or TKO rather, on all these companies, like how they've been doing like blackouts at nearby venues for like PLEs. You think it's something of that extent? Maybe that's why
100%.
there's no.
Even well, on the promotions that would be doing shows.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how they would be able to enforce that. You know what I mean? It's different when like they're doing blackouts for watch parties, but it's their IP.
Right.
It feels different. Like you can't just tell like, nah, you're not gonna allow this company to run here. Like on what grounds? Like who are you? You know what I mean? Like I don't really see how that would be enforceable.
Like I'm thinking though, if you know how South by Southwest they used to, I don't know if they still do it, but they would take like some certain like permissions or whatever, so that way other venues outside of the official venues couldn't do anything. So I'm wondering if it's anything like that. I'm wondering if that's why they even went back to Vegas. Why are you going back to Vegas 2 times in a row? Do you have some sort of control over some kind of real estate over there for profits? I don't know. It's pretty interesting to me.
It was a weird. I mean, it just seems like bread, like all kind of money. Like they probably had they sort of dollar signs, basically.
Yeah, some kind of TKO scheme to just make sure they secure the bag,
100%.
Yeah.
Let me wait till Chad gets the can turned back
Losky.
around. In the meantime, like what are your plans for Mania?
Well, I'm actually gonna be live streaming for Mania both nights right here actually. And then I'm gonna have a couple of the homies come through. I think Chad, I think you're coming for one of those nights, right? To Mania?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, AO, if you could slide as well, man, that'd be amazing. We could do one of the nights and just see what happens.
Saw, I'll probably watch night 1 live.
Yeah.
But 2, I just saw my cousin is having a nice little brunch, lunch, birthday situation, so I might not even be back in time. I might catch the main event live.
Yeah.
And it sucks too because night 2 is the one I'm looking forward to more. So
and
first one.
Yeah, night 2 is gonna be insane, I think.
I just wanted to double back on the topic of the partnerships between the companies and the blackouts. I'm gonna still assume this time that MLW will still not put out new episodes. And neither will NWA.
I don't know where they are, bro.
And GCW will probably have something. Possibly, how they do.
GCW is usually the one that has the most. Like that's the For the Culture joint. Bloodsport is
Bloodsport.
I think they're affiliated, if I'm not mistaken. I think there is a Bloodsport. I'm pretty sure there's a Bloodsport. I feel like Sabre's right. Bloodsport is always good. Bloodsport. There are some shows. It just doesn't feel like it's as, at least on my timeline, it doesn't seem like the excitement is as up. Because a lot of people that I know just aren't going. Even some people that went to Vegas last year, they're not doing it.
Likewise. It's just not what it is, man. It's not that Philly vibe. That Philly vibe was something else.
Can't beat
That
that.
was a good time. That was a
What
great,
number was
great
that? Was that
time.
40?
That was 40.
Yeah.
That was 40. Oh,
That was a good time.
that was a great, great time, man. Hopefully one day WrestleManias will be able to be back in normal cities again.
Yeah.
Not just mainstream attraction cities like Vegas
Yeah.
and Saudi Arabia.
What a connection. What a bridge.
Wow.
You went from Vegas to Saudi. All right.
Wow. Royce Keys. Good sir birthday threw that in the chat earlier today.
Yeah,
Saudi,
man.
Making his
guy who we haven't seen since Saudi.
I got my whole thing on this, man.
he
Cause
went from Saudi to Steph to SmackDown, but he'll be debuting on SmackDown tomorrow.
but tomorrow,
Word to give.
my whole thing is like, why couldn't you have had him premiere or debut a month instead of repeating the same SmackDown for the last 4 weeks? Or if you're not gonna do that, wait till after Mania, or maybe do something. I don't know, like, what's he gonna do next week? Like, it's just gonna be just throwing him in there for a warm-up match. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't like how
I will
this
say
what's
this.
crazy?
I will say this. I'll reserve my judgment pending like what he does. Like he's not factored into Mania, which is okay, because if you feel, I also feel like he could have caught the we're just gonna throw you into Andre to have something to do so you can be there type of
Who's
thing.
to say
That's
they
what-
won't?
Not saying they won't. I don't know. I haven't heard any announcements about an Andre. You know what I mean? But if they're
Calling it the
debuting him-
Andre is mad funny. Like it's an important, it's an important match of some sort. Because they actually ran down the list of all the winners, and they're like, "Yo, nobody who's won is like is pretty much here. Like everyone's gone or they just
Yeah.
retired."
who won the
Yeah,
first one?
man.
Oh, right.
Madcap Moss, Bobby Lashley, The Big Show, Braun Strowman.
You say Madcap Moss? What a name. I forgot about
Madcap
him all
Moss.
together, brother.
Madcap
Carmelo won it
Moss.
too, right?
Did he?
I think so. The Andre
Get
the
the
Giant
hell outta here.
Rumble, yeah, I think he won it one time. Yeah, Miz made him like the chain, and they try to like make it like it was
Yeah, yeah,
something,
you're
and
right.
then yeah, and then
Wow.
like the week after, they like dubbed that whole idea. It was just,
Yo, right.
it just didn't catch, man. It's like you had a giant.
Or didn't you see how how much is stuck in my brain? I thought you made that up now.
No, I thought you literally
Nah.
made that stat up. That was crazy. I forgot
Nah,
all about
not at all, bro. He had the whole chain and everything for like a week, and then they just got rid of that. It was,
Forgot about that, man.
They were like, yeah,
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes and Andre the Giant, two totally different styles.
yeah, it didn't make no sense. So
I don't know. I reserve my judgment, man. Like they're gonna debut him. I'm not mad at like squash matches are fine. If it's a squash match, they didn't say who he's wrestling against. So
yeah,
even if it's a squash match, this is one of those let it play out, brother. You know, one of them type
Yeah.
of things.
yeah.
But
I'm so
I'm just
conditioned
glad,
to-
like if it turns out 2, 3, 4 weeks from now, or from tomorrow, that he is in some sort of an interesting angle or a feud, then cool. It's weird the way
Yeah.
they stretch it out, but take what you can get.
yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
I'm so conditioned to seeing Royce Keys in this, like, just random shrug your shoulders manner of being on television. I was about to say he's going to debut and fight Mystico, and then I remembered what the program was. I was like, Mystico is not on this program.
Different,
But who's a Mystico adjacent on SmackDown? Ray
different
Phoenix?
set of letters.
Yeah,
Ray
and he
Phoenix?
got
It can't
he
be
got
Dragon
left out
Lee.
of that. He got left out of that
There
whole.
we go.
Yeah,
There we
he got left
go.
out of that
That's,
the ladder match.
that's the match. That's the match
Yeah.
right there. For everyone to just be like, oh, look. I see what they did there.
Ah,
Royce Keys versus Ray Phoenix.
we're calling it.
Book it.
We're
Book
calling
it.
it.
Oh man, Ray. Damn, bro.
Book it.
At least, like I think, like from from an experience point of view, obviously they wrestled each other a number of times, so they're familiar. We'll see.
Yeah.
They didn't announce.
know?
We'll see. That's at least a reason for me to tune in and see what it looks like. See what the music sounds like. What's commentary? What's the vibe towards him? Are they presenting him as a heel or a face? You know, like a lot of questions that I have way more so than I have answers. So we'll see.
Let me jump off the deep end and say that he's going to help Cody. What do you say?
I keep
What's
him
the
the hell
plus?
away from that right now.
What's the plus money on that? The plus 9,000 on those odds.
I wouldn't.
12,000 plus 12,000.
Royce
I don't
Keys
know.
helping Cody Rhodes.
I wouldn't do it. Like, how is the first thing you're doing is in here just being the world champs low man's?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what we doing
Can't
here?
do it. Yeah. He might go against like
Yeah,
Rusev or
even
something.
You want
I
to
don't
see
know.
Royce Keys face off with Pat McAfee?
I mean, it would give him a reason to talk.
No,
He's like, yo, at least they put my guy in a prominent spot. At least.
Nope.
At least he's in a top position.
That's not a top position. You are the little man's. Once this feud is over, once Mania is over, you go to the side.
You Cody's muscle.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Cody's muscle. You know what
Well,
I'm
I'm
saying?
in the ladder, ain't you?
Yo, you jump right into the WWE to get to be right hand man to the WWE champion. Not the worst thing that could happen. Better than main
If
event
they
first.
book it like a Diesel type of thing where, eventually it turns into a turn.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see him pay over Cody, to be honest with you. I really don't.
You don't want him in the Cody verse? Come on, man. You know it's the Cody guy.
Nah,
Nobody wins in the Cody verse, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Come on. All right, guys. Enough with the Cody guy.
I like Cody. I love Cody, but
I love Cody.
you're
He's the GOAT. My God.
yeah, you're that's why you're gonna lose against Cody if you get thrown into the equation, So
I think it would
I
be
hope Randy
something
doesn't
refreshing
lose.
at least.
let's see,
I
maybe
think it
down
could
the
be
road.
refreshing. Well, that's where we're at with Royce Keys. We'll see how he fares on SmackDown in his debut match against redacted, untitled TBT.
we'll see. I reserve judgment. We'll see.
We'll see.
One more item before we officially kick this show off. This came out of left field, but Grilling JR on the Grilling JR podcast, Jim Ross pretty much said that he thinks that Vince McMahon is going to be a part of WrestleMania 42. He said, quote, "It's the old cliche where there's smoke, oftentimes there's fire. And there's been a lot of smoke regarding Vince McMahon and WWE, what his future may or may not be and how Vince can still contribute." He went on to say, "I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Vince will be instrumental in this year's WrestleMania as far as creative is concerned." End quote. A lot of people, even going back to before we got the reveal that it was Pat McAfee on the phone, a lot of people were saying that it could very well be Vince. It wouldn't have surprised me. All of a sudden, you got Stephanie McMahon walking out there on Raw to insert herself into this feud. Vince McMahon, like I feel like they've been doing a soft rollout of Vince McMahon for quite some time. Anyway, my question, my reason for bringing this up, because JR said that he thinks Vince will be there as part of creative. Do you think that there's a possibility we see Vince? Like, what's Vince doing first? Is he on camera or is he backstage just only part of creative? I think we're going to see him at some point. They're going to put him in the Hall of Fame at some point as well. Brace yourself for that one.
He's got to be on camera.
Yeah. Do you see Vince McMahon on camera during this Mania cycle?
Yes, absolutely. I think so.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Nah.
I think it'd be heinous, bro. But I just don't put too much past this company.
I think they draw the line
think
somewhere. And unfortunately, the guy who you took the company from, who's got his own wavy allegations and troubles going on, I think they're just trying to keep it over here. You know what I mean? I don't think they're really pursuing Vince McMahon. As far as Vince coming back in any capacity, there's no reference to him outside of the little subtle, mentions on a promo. The booking at times, as I've joked to you guys, it has felt like 2018-19, which was right in the Vince era, right before he got the kibosh. So it kind of feels like he's here presently, but I don't think we need to see him. I personally don't want to see him on camera at all. Have you seen his videos from when he was accidents and just him out in public and stuff?
He looks like,
like, I don't want to see this on my television, bro. Like,
he looks like my man from The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Mr. Burns.
I think
Bag of bones.
if they are gonna involve Vince, it would be on camera, but it's either that or just not at all. That's kind of what it is.
What do they get from showing this guy on camera other than this company's wilding?
I think that's what I think it really is, though. it wouldn't surprise me because I think they're that level of arrogant that they're
Yeah.
just gonna do it anyway.
Yes, absolutely, bro.
I
These
think they're
guys
that level of
will do
arrogant
it.
that they're gonna do it anyway. Whether it's this cycle or it ends up being a Hall of Fame thing, I have no doubt in my mind that at some point in the near future, you're gonna see this guy on television, even if
I'll
it's
tell
just
you
to come
what.
out for one last round of applause. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what. If it doesn't happen for Stephanie McMahon's Hall of Fame ceremony, it's not happening. I'll leave it at that.
So you think like he probably either walks her out, or I don't see him being the one to induct her, but he'd probably walk her out.
Or be in the crowd. And if he's not in the crowd with a cameo shot or any of that, or he's not even like if he's nowhere to be found outside of some references to my dad, my father, my dad, my father, like Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious 5, like my dad, my father, my dad, my father. Like outside of that, like there's gonna be no.
I'll tell you what,
like, Hall of Fame.
You want to talk about like creative and writing? If they're trying to write a speech for Stephanie McMahon that bobs and weaves around Vince, that'll be the best writing that they actually have done for years, to get that out of here with no mention of Vince. But I don't really see it.
It's possible she cut that promo saying the house that my grandfather built, talking about MSG. You know what I mean?
I was crafty.
And then Cody said what he said about your father, you're not your father. Yeah, you know.
Everything's set up. Everything's set up for everything. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Very, very typical of WWE to leave everything open ended. You know.
Right.
So,
that would be so
man.
trash, but yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
That's the news, man. We're gonna go ahead and officially get this show started. Let's go.
Peace to y'all, it's the Ringside Club Paul. A.O. Blame Boogie, Chad Law. The power's back, triple power bomb. The big dog trio in the stream yard. Go outside, hit the venue guard. It's all love when you see us, Lord. Back to the pad, on air for the pod. Ringside Club, intro to the squad. Let the show start.
Peace, 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 peace. Of course, peace to the gods. Of course, peace to the earth, man. Cheers to you and yours. Like we usually do Thursday night live across all these platforms that we'll get into. But 905 Live, how we do things, man. This is the Ringside Club coming to you live from the Empire Tri-State. Got a lot of good things to talk about, specifically AEW Dynasty, to build the matches. We got a pay-per-view coming up this weekend that we're going to preview, that we are going to predict. But before we get into anything, I want to let everybody know when eye and ears reach, you can catch us across all social media platforms. That includes X, YouTube, where we're streaming live right now, plus TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. I think we're still active on that. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And of course, watching us live on YouTube right now. But if you don't catch us live, you can definitely catch us on demand whenever it's convenient for you. We tap in. We were tapped in last week. We tapped in this week. Probably going to be back next week, getting into Mania season. But my name, I go by the name, the Ringside General, the Signature Mover, A.O. Baker. Chad, what up?
Kid Chad Law, CHAD, LAW, RSC's very own Young Gaddafi himself. Y'all know where I be at. Lower. Over here, just enjoying this good RSC beverage. It's a homemade concoction. Could be liquor, could not be liquor. TBD as the rest of this pod progresses.
Man's drinking like the foreign object over here. Leg sweep over there, man. Birthday, what it do?
Hey, man, just happy to be back. Chop it up on some grappianos. A lot of interesting.
Welcome back.
Man, always good to be back, man. I got my coconut water. I'm not really drinking anything. I got coconut water, so cheers to you guys.
But,
yeah,
I'm drinking nothing crazy. Like a little spin drift.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's spinny.
They got to sponsor the show, man. I'll be plugging them
off the spinny
every episode, bro.
Pause, but yeah, that boy be on the spit.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Man.
He wasn't gonna let you live with that one, huh?
That was crazy.
How are
We
we
doing every
feeling
episode.
going in the dynasty? How are we feeling in general? How's life? Everybody's breathing air in their lungs, man. Feeling good. Speaking for myself, I feel pretty good. Everybody's good though. You good? You good?
Yeah, outside of a
man,
little
I just came
allergy,
off this-
seasonal allergy.
Seasonal allergies, bro.
That's it, but we
I
good,
just
man.
I was at my man Spanish ran and Aldo's tape listening. Rock, paper,
Mhm.
scissors.
Fire.
Tape is hard. 16 tracks, all produced by Spanish Ran. Aldo from the Bronx. The only feature is Fabulous, who kept up with Aldo. You know what I'm saying? Probably one of the better Fab verses I've heard in quite some time. Tape just dropped. Like I said, I was in Manhattan checking out the tape. It was a super vibe at the listening session. That's Rock, Paper, Scissors by Aldo, Spanish Ran. Gonna get some money to that tape, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna make you feel some type of way, man.
Dope.
Some good bop, some good pop. Rock, paper, scissors.
Check that out. Yo, shouts to my boy. Peace to my boy Cali. Yo, he put the blue strip out earlier this week. Think it might be around 10, 12 tracks on there. Nice, basically like almost like a greatest hits, little compilation of some of the records he's done over the years and all that. So
Okay.
Roosevelt's Finest picked that up. The blue strip by Calio.
Velvet.
Know what I mean? Velvet Bill. And yeah, man.
Yo, we got a lot of matches for Dynasty, son. I'm actually kind of ready for this because whenever it's been the top of the year, we only get the Revolution and then Dynasty is a quick turnaround. So it's usually a 3 month or so stretch, top of the year with no pay-per-views from AEW. So I'm good to see this quick turnaround right now. I'm looking forward to this. Some more grabs, man. Like, we've been through so much on WWE land that I'm over the 4-match PLE/4-match Raw. 4 matches on Raw and a match in Square Garden would be looked at by Vince McMahon. That's how you know Vince McMahon ain't back. Because there's no way in his era would 4 matches at a Madison Square Garden show slide. None whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to AEW. Get my 15 matches for the night.
Yo, I think before Dynamite, they have 4 matches booked. It definitely doubled +1. Like,
yes. Yes. And I think there's probably still matches coming after Collision.
100%. Right now, by my count, there's 9 matches altogether. That means there's another 3 that needs to be announced for the pre-show. We got to do
on the card.
Yeah, and then another 3 for the card.
This is gonna be like 14 matches.
Tony Khan is the greatest double albumer of all time, bro. Yeah, I thought like Fat to Death was dope. Nah.
The day AEW has a show that's less than 5 matches is the day we know that Tony Khan's not in charge that day.
Ever. Like,
Jerry Lynn was booking the show.
The shows, the regular shows, like I think they probably do the least amount of matches on Dynamite. It's usually about 5 because you get more on Collision.
Yes, definitely get more on Collision.
We could probably count on our hands how many times we've seen a 4-match Dynamite.
Yo, dog, I looked at the Collision lineup from this past week with Ciampa and Karashida and Willow and I'm like, yo, dog, there's like 10 matches on there. How did they do this in 2 hours? This was crazy.
Son, they on timings, bro.
Yo, they make it work with Collision, man. You know what I'm saying? Collision is always been my guilty pleasure show.
It's a good show.
Like whenever it's just a calm, like nighttime, whether it airs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever day it is decided for it to air, if I'm ever just laid up and I want to just watch some wrestling, I know on those particular days I could just be like, yo, I could turn on Collision and it's gonna be a fresh batch of matches that I ain't seen ever. I didn't know were advertised, and chances are gonna slap.
Tony Khan ain't know he was booking that match until he booked the match.
Dog, you be looking at the lineup sometimes like, what? What's happening on Collision on a random Saturday right now? Like, what are we doing with this, dog?
Yeah, we got a lot. We got nine matches. I think the pre-show is Alex Windsor and Marina Shafir, but there's no, excuse me. Yeah, that's the pre-show. and then we got another 8 matches on the card. So
No Big Boom AJ. It's crazy.
not yet,
Not yet, not yet, not
not
yet.
yet. The
I'll hammer
Dynasty,
the over on that.
yeah, he's. I mean, it's in Vancouver. He just might not feel like traveling. Where's Double or Nothing at? Let me see. Double or Nothing is.
Canada.
Oh, that's out here. Double or Nothing's in Queens, May
Oh
24th.
yeah, double another. Yeah.
Big Boom, I guarantee he'll be there for that.
100%.
He'll be there for that. Anywhere you guys want to start in particular?
Start from the top.
Let's start from
Yes.
the top. I mean, the most coveted title. I'm gonna start right here. We got MJF versus Kenny Omega. MJF defending that men's world championship. This is cool. We had a nice little standoff. I think Kenny Omega talked a little too much on the microphone last night, but be that as
Yo,
it may,
boy
Kenny
be
Omega,
rambling.
he was
son.
rambling a
He
little
be
bit.
on
I got
ramble time.
I got the point. I got the point that he was trying to get across, I think.
Now
But
shake my hand. Okay.
he's such a comic book character, man. Like he's a comic book villain for real. But we got MJF defending that title against Kenny Omega. I think the first time they had a match, MJF beat Kenny Omega, and part of the story here is Omega stating that you beat me, yeah, but you beat me when I was nowhere near, myself, nowhere near 100% diverticulitis, all of that. And now I am. I'm back. Not only am I back, I feel better than I have in a very, very long time. And Kenny's been active too. He'll have a match. He'll go away for a couple of weeks, but he comes back and he's right back in the thick of things with somebody. And he looks good. You know what I mean? He doesn't look like prime Omega, but he looks as good as he's looked in a very long time. And MJF, this is his best reign for sure. I think this laps his first world title reign.
100%. There's no Adam Cole like slapstick comedy going on. There's no slapstick comedy going along with this title reign.
At all. Yeah, at all. He's having good matches. Switching his finisher to the Heat Seeker, I thought was a really good move. I think you brought that up before, Chad, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think MJF is walking out with the title.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. This whole run right now for MJF, at least to me, is all about propping.
Good sir, birthday froze, or was that me?
I'm still here. I was actually gonna say shit before birthday got on. I was gonna say that I think this leads to MJF versus Swerve for Double or Nothing. I think we get that next.
MJF and Swerve. I can see nice little villain versus villain action right there.
I don't see Darby getting his shot anytime soon.
But
So
that's
I'm
the
just
thing,
saying.
and the next match that we'll talk about.
I lost you guys. Yeah, my bad,
the
guys.
balls
I don't know. I was gonna say, or I was saying that this whole run that MJF is having is all to really put him up at that pinnacle to the almost like untouchable role. I want to say like how a Roman is, or how like the Codys are, or like you got like we're building his catalog right now, and so maybe that's why like the promos are a little bit wordy because we're just trying to get like a lot of just material and substance in for MJF to respond and just to go off of, and like we gotta give him as many alley-oops and assists as possible because we need him to keep building and keep hardening the stance of where he stands in AEW, him doing the independent matches, all these media appearances. And he's killing it, by the way, in all the media appearances. It's truthful. It's really him, but it's also MJF. Like it's such a great display, and like this match is a continuation and against the legend, right? Kenny Omega, and he's saying like I am the best version of myself, blah blah blah. Well, excuse me, Mr. Omega, but MJF from Long Island, by the way, is also
big.
You know, he's also the best he's ever been. He is the best of AEW. He is the best of professional wrestling. And we're going to see that with this match. And I hope that the story that is told in this match can just really build on that. And that's my only concern, because sometimes I feel like where they're busy like doing a lot of moves and spots and just like aggression, but I really want like, and that's cool for like some of the other guys, maybe the mid carders or whatever, that just want to show their ability and their athleticism. I don't really need to focus on that with Kenny or MJF. I want to see the story being told in the ring. That's what I'm really looking for this particular match, honestly. Yeah.
To that point, I don't have any worry at all with either of these guys.
Nah,
Like
it's
I
gonna be a
think
good one.
MJF for the most part has always been much more of he's a story guy way more than he's a move guy. He can pull out a lot more moves than people think, but he's always been a guy that's what's the path, what's the focus, what's the arc. Kenny Omega is that. It's just not as obvious sometimes that he is telling the story, and it really depends on the opponent and the style of match that I think they're going for. But here, like, bro, I don't think that there's no reason that he mentioned maybe commentary should stop talking about diverticulitis. You keep bringing it up. Everybody knows
Every
already.
time.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
Beat
focal
that horse
point.
to death.
That's going to be a focal point. That's going to be a focal point really for the rest of his career, to be honest. But when you talk about in-ring storytelling, he's going after the midsection. You know what I mean? And that's going to be part of the story, is where, you know, I think Kenny is going to be surprised. He's going to underestimate MJF's in-ring acumen. MJF's going to go after the diverticulitis. You know, after the diverticulitis, he's going to go after the midsection. He's going to hit him right in the diverticulitis.
Right in the diverticulitis.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying. Commentary. Hit him in the diverticulitis. Right there, right in it.
But he's gonna go after the midsection, and then they'll tell that story, and then we'll get the sprint at the end, and we'll see like what the actual ending is. But I have no doubt in my mind, you put those two in the ring right now, especially at like MJF is peaking, or has like he's in peak form right now. They're gonna put a hell of a match on.
Agreed. That's gonna be a quality main event.
Yeah, 100%. So we're all in agreements that MJF is pulling it out though.
Yeah, MJF's getting a dub.
Yeah,
For sure.
The next match that I'll bring up here ties directly to this match because it's a number one contendership. We got Andrade El Idolo taking on Darby Allin, and the winner will be declared the number one contender. I don't know if the match is supposed to take place at Double or Nothing, or if it's just when they feel like booking it. I don't think that was specified. But Andrade versus Darby, I think this is going to be like one of the action matches here. Like they're going to go 1,000 miles an hour.
Andrade is going to kick Darby's ass.
When he hits him with that reverse elbow, he might flip out of the ring, bro.
Yes. I was thinking the same thing. Like
right over the top rope.
But he better though, because if he kicks out at one, I'm just gonna be like, all right, now.
Adrenaline, fighting spirit, baby.
It's Darby.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. That's exactly what's gonna happen, bro. Like,
it's Darby.
Andrade Lilo is going to bludgeon and pulpin Darby Allin, and somehow I think Darby's still gonna win this match, but that's the whole point, right?
With a seatbelt. He's gonna win with a seatbelt.
Something, you
like,
know.
Hey,
probably is.
Is this a no DQ match?
Nah, this is just a straight up one-on-one.
Darby Allin matches where you gotta ask, yo, is this no DQ? It's like a real match.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be in the ring or is it gonna be out of the ring?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Like,
maybe, but I think that's what it's gonna be, because Andrade is like a monster, right? That's how they're building him. So, but yeah, we're going to Darby and MJF. That's where it's headed. It's got to be, right? I don't know. You guys tell me.
I think so. Like Darby, the thing here is like MJF has been throwing, and he's been doing deals, let's say, for example, with the Don Callis family, which is really how, you know, Andrade and Darby are connected in the first place. And Darby's had beef with the Callis family for a minute. MJF is paying them. You know what I mean? So it might be a thing where MJF has been trying to avoid this guy for so long because he thinks that Darby's the one guy that he might not be able to beat right now. He'll never admit it, but there's a reason why he's spending bread to get Darby as far away or keep Darby as far away from him as possible. You know what I mean?
Andrade's also sick of it. Andrade
wants the title too. Andrade's been going back and forth with MJF a little bit here and there. So it's not
going
like
back
he's
and
a
forth with
friend.
Don
It's more
Callis.
that Callis is doing business with him.
He's going back and forth with Callis, MJF. Andrade just won a title shot, and I'm looking forward to Andrade getting the title shot. And Andrade MJF match is going to smoke. And honestly, if anybody's going to be believable, I think Andrade would be kind of hard to just have like that surprise title win. But you can't just skip the line compared to everybody else, like Darby Allin, who's just rambling about how he can never get the world title at this point. He's just all rambles with Darby. It's just word vomit about how he can't get a world title.
I thought that was a good promo though, because like I don't not believe him when he says that. Like I believe every word that came out of his mouth during that little 30-second promo. You know what I mean? That's really what you need to do is get your character across. I believe him.
You just never know when Darby's gonna be able to be the bride and never the bridesmaid. It seems to be that he's just not going to be the one to beat MJF, even if it's not.
He's not beating
Darby.
him. No.
I would have said Darby during that Moxley reign. I thought it was going to be Darby over Hangman. That's when it was like, all right, this is like that Sami Zayn vibe where it's like, I think you pull the trigger now. But now it's just like, you see who you up against at this pay-per-view? And you think, I really want you to be the world champion? Like, yo, belt up Andrade ASAP. Like, get that guy moving.
You think this number one contendership turns out to be the main event of Double or Nothing?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did I think you were about to finish that with this pay-per-view? It was great.
The main event is Andrade and Darby. Yo, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
It's definitely going there. And that's why I think Darby Allin gonna win it, because and it probably is gonna be like a crazy whatever match. No DQ, no hold bars, something Hell in the Cell
I feel like
type.
If Andrade is I'm going with Darby for the record, but if Andrade wins, I feel like that's going to be a TV defense. If Darby wins, I feel like that's the Double or Nothing main event.
Yeah, that's again Darby MJF.
May 24th.
There's more history there, way more history.
Yeah, and again, we want to keep adding to the MJF story and catalog. MJF is going to beat everybody that's big in this company, every single person, at least once. 24th. Whether it's clean or not, that's going to keep like the story moving up and down, but he's beating everybody, bro. He's going to beat Darby too. But we want to see Darby, right? I want to see Darby and MJF. Really. You don't think so? I want to see that.
Not really. I don't want to. I really don't want to see that. like I'd almost rather MJF swerve for Double or Nothing. Like that's just a little bit more fresher.
That's coming. That's coming too, man. I think it's all coming, bro. MJF versus everybody.
Well, I'm saying we got about a month and change until Double or Nothing, so I don't know if they have a Trouble at the Bubble or a Quake at the Lake or a Fighter Fest that's happening in between then, but.
Quake
You're
at
right,
the Lake.
in the sense of if Andrade, they got some TV specials.
Yeah.
Like Shark Night, Spook Fest.
They got something coming up. It's a collision that's I think on a golf course. It's called something to hell. Fairway to Hell.
Wow.
I saw it. It's a collision.
I'm saying. You never know what you're gonna get with the TV specials.
Yeah. It's a collision.
Yeah, that used to be a running joke, man. It used to be like Quake at the Lake, Trouble at the Bubble. It's like just some mad different shows that they would just throw out. Do they even still do Fighter Fest?
I don't think they did Fighter Fest last year.
I don't think I saw Fighter Fest either.
Nah, I don't think they did Fighter Fest last year.
Yeah, man. What's the next match we got?
So on the docket, I'm gonna save. Let's just get into it. This is what I'm looking forward to the most. This is what I've enjoyed as far as build is concerned the most. We have Jon Moxley, who is the reigning Continental Champion, defending that title against Will Ospreay. This is such a simple story. If we go back 6, 7, 8 months, we had Jon Moxley, who was just running amok with the with his crew, with the Death Riders, and then we had this big cage match. I think that might have been the Blood and Guts, if I'm not mistaken. Even if it wasn't, it was a cage match where at the end of the match is over, They basically lock Will Ospreay in the cage and they break his neck. He hits him with a bunch of DDTs, a bunch of Death Riders, a bunch of, just bad news. Puts Will Ospreay out. He goes to have double fusion surgery. He returns miraculously in 6 months. I don't know how, but he returns after surgery. And he has blood in his eyes. He has revenge on his mind. The Continental Championship is almost like secondary right here. He's pretty much going after John Moxley's neck. He wants to injure John Moxley the way that John Moxley injured him. It's such a simple story to tell. And then we have what's even more interesting is the fact that this is the Continental title. So everybody is banned from ringside. It's only 20 minutes, which means it's going to be a sprint.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. This is my favorite angle, or my favorite feud right now, my favorite match going into this card. And I think Ospreay might be the guy to finally dethrone Mox. It seems like Mox hasn't had the longest reign, but it seems a lot longer than it probably is because he wrestles every week. He's sometimes like the guy that opens the show since he's won this belt. And he's always the guy that's pretty much the ace of the company. You know what you're getting with Mox. He's going to be there and he's going to whoop ass. But I'm going with Will Ospreay. I think he tries to hit him with a Tiger Driver. He might actually hit him with the Tiger Driver to try to break Mox's neck. But I'm going with Will.
Yeah.
Mox. I'm going Mox.
What
is the Continental Championship rules?
Continental means nobody's allowed at ringside, and it's 20 minutes.
A standard match. AEW is so hysterical.
But it's actually like, here, we have this title, and this is where we enforce the rules for this.
But
belt,
you know what, though?
It's but you know, like that. It's like that's just regular.
But you know what, though? I'm gonna give them more credit than that because John Moxley always does these matches to the point where like this is kind of like his domain now. Like this is like the Moxley match, So that's kind of what I'm okay with it being in that 20-minute. No, everybody banned. Yeah, I think it's cool for that reason though, because they let Moxley like build that up week to week to week to week. But I'm with AO on this, bro. I think Will Ospreay is gonna buy that first class ticket for Moxley to Cancun and give him a little vacation, man, because he's been on TV a lot, bro, to the point where you're like, bro, he has like a belt or something, but he didn't for like mad weeks, but he was still wrestling like he was. So yeah, let's give him a vacation, bro. Didn't he take like a nail bat to the back? Give him a break.
That's the running joke with Mox. We've been calling for Mox's time off for about 3 years.
I was literally about to say that, yo. Every time we say, yo, Mox got to take a break, he ends up winning and has a whole 6-month run.
Nah, he going to
continue going from the last run.
Yeah, his break is just because he booked a joint somewhere over in Japan or something else, like an independent.
Yeah, his break is the flight.
His break is another promotion.
Yes. That's his break. When he has to go take a flight elsewhere and just be on the plane for a couple of hours, like, yeah, that's the break. But he lives and breathes and dies AEW. And
you said you're going with Mox.
Yeah, I'm going with Mox. Ospreay pinned him on Dynamite. Come on.
So, I get it, but
so yes, that's the AEW thing, man.
Nah, man, it's got to just follow wrestling tropes, man.
Nah, no, we don't.
Tony Khan.
No, we don't. Like, so Ospreay doesn't get any redemption at all?
Not yet. They got to have a best of like 3 series. It's got to happen. And he still got to get to the Owen. That's how he gets the world title. Because what's the point of putting the Continental on him right now when everyone is clamoring for him to be the world champion at Wembley?
Because Wembley is still some time away. He doesn't necessarily have to have the Continental for 8 months.
You don't even have to play hot potato. Just avoid it altogether. Just get right to the Owen and let Moxley keep doing his thing.
But I think the Continental could be good for Ospreay because the same way that it's constantly on television, it's only 20 minutes. That's perfect TV match timing, and just like we'll go out there and just have bangers for the time being. No,
it's sick because every time you describe the Continental title, I'm like, so what about the TNT title? Isn't this the TNT title? Isn't this the national title? Like, it's nothing of y'all doing it, but it's just like, every time the rules get announced for one of the titles, it's just like isn't that the TNT title?
Is there still a TNT title?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Oh,
but it's just like
that's like Champa and all of that. Okay,
There is a
yeah.
TNT title. There just isn't a TNT champion right now.
Oh, okay.
it's
I
like,
got you.
have workhorse matches and go out there and put on 20-minute bangers. And it's like, yeah, isn't that the TNT
But I only
title?
say that the one thing, the difference between the Continental and the TNT is the Continental specifically, you cannot have anybody at ringside. They at least enforce that. They've been consistent about that. No,
Is that a collision
every match
belt?
gotta
That's a
end on
collision
some
belt, right?
BS. TNT
TNT.
kinda, because it's on TNT on Saturday, so it kind of falls
Yeah.
in line with that.
They
But
gotta
then there's
keep
still
doing
the
that.
national
Yeah.
championship, and then the what's the one Okada got? The classic championship.
no.
Said the
Okada has
classic
the
championship.
I don't even know.
Classic championship
International.
is crazy.
Is
The
it the
They
international?
got
isn't that the workhorse championship? Or that's just the
No,
sleepy
it's
man
clearly not the workhorse championship because
that's a lot of titles, man.
You get
If
the
They gotta unify.
international championship.
the
You are
international
on
is
top.
the complete opposite of the workhorse.
They gotta
You win
unify
that
some of these
belt?
belts, man. This is crazy.
no-
Nah, yo. I need that to be the running gag. If you win the international championship, you literally just get to coast for as long as you want with the international
Bro,
championship.
you know that's the one title that Mox doesn't want.
Yes.
We might not see him. He'll be the champ, and we might not see that man.
And he's already a former international champion as is. So it's just like now he's like, nah, title's completely devalued. I
I don't want that. That's the shiniest belt they got because they never ain't no fingerprints on it. It's just never there.
Oh man.
Nah, I
What's the
think
next
I'm
match?
going with Ospreay for this.
Yeah.
Because I really think that he gets his. I think this is a perfect time to end this feud, or at least put this feud on hold for now. You know, get a nice momentum continuing win for Ospreay, because I think this is his year. By the way, like I think the
Yeah.
Wembley win is absolutely his. So why not? You know,
Before Darby.
I
Ospreay
got
wins the world title before Darby out.
I got a question for both of you guys before we move off of this particular feud. So Moxley kind of became babyface. Will Ospreay comes back. So now Moxley's back as a heel. Like what's
Yeah.
happening? Like what's happening here? Who's what now? Does Will Ospreay become like a bigger heel, or is he like
This is
think-
far out of my jurisdiction.
nah, this is super simple though, right? Previously, it seemed as though Mox was leaning a little bit more babyface. He's a babyface running with a heel click, but he's out there getting cheers. He's really, having matches within the rules, whatever. Ospreay comes back. Now you got to answer for things before you had that attitude change. You know what I mean? Like you did your dirt, all dirt, everything done in dark comes to the light type of vibes. So when you was doing your dirt before, this guy goes away, you don't have to answer for it. You out here getting cheered and all that, but now he's back. We're reminded of the bad deeds. He's a heel. Absolutely a heel. And you see a bit of a difference too, because he's joining in on the group attacks, when it's 5-on-1, 6-on-1. There was a little period of time
He spared
when
Ospreay
he
for
wasn't
a bit
doing
the other
that.
week.
Huh?
He spared Ospreay the other week.
No, he did,
So,
but he's a little more active on the bad side of things, even if it's just on the microphone. His whole demeanor and attitude.
He got to fight. He got to fight, man. He wanted to get some brawls in, no matter what. He's trying to just fight.
But long story short, to answer your question very simply, he's a heel because he's answering for the bad things that he did before.
okay. I mean, like to me,
Way to
I
put
could
it.
see that also being a babyface thing. Like, yo, you know what? Like, I was bad, but like I'm righteous now, so I will still answer for my crimes. But then you said like he was still participating in like
That's the thing.
ganging up and this and that or whatever. So like,
Thing.
I don't know. That kind of leans. If you're doing heel stuff, then you're a heel. But the sudden
Still got
switch,
the
I
Death
don't know.
Rider's turn. Death Rider's still going to turn at some point. Don't forget that's going to happen inevitably.
Yeah.
Let's get to the
Let's
next
see,
match.
man. Yeah.
We have the Women's World Championship on the line, where Thekla will be defending that title against Jamie Hayter. Thekla is like everybody's favorite right now, like a favorite of us on this show as well, man. Like she's entertaining. I love her promos. She's like what I really love about Thekla is you really don't know what the hell she's about to say. You know what I mean? You can tell
Yeah.
that she doesn't really know. Like she just goes out there and goes. And she
Just
put
gotten
Jamie
over
Hayter
Morgan
out before
Statlander.
too. She mentioned that on her promo yesterday. But she was like, look, I took you out before. You know, you were an idiot. Now you're an idiot coming back. You're about to be an idiot again on
So
Sunday. You
good.
know what I mean? Love it.
I
I mean,
love her. She's so good, man.
She has more
I
presence and
yes.
persona than Statlander. And like it's
OD.
crazy. Like she in just a couple of weeks, she's just eclipsed anything that Statlander has. I don't think anyone remembers anything of Statlander's reign other than the win.
yeah,
And then Thekla comes along and just is a highlight reel. And I wasn't crazy about Thekla, but now, like I said, she's won me over. She's developed the
100%.
character, it's fleshing out. The creepy
She's
spider
getting
thing is
better.
there to me. It's working now though.
Yeah, man. Everything that she's doing is getting better and better. And she's following the formula of like the top wrestlers for all promotions. Like her outside presence is really, really strong. Like media presence has been a lot better. She did that art show in Miami that was like really
Mhm.
popular. So
Her
like just like
Moriarty.
a lot, yeah, just like all these things are like really coming together. And like she's like some people, they get an opportunity week to week to week to really shine and they don't like capitalize. But then when you see the other side of it and you get to watch it in real time, like just getting better and more entertaining, like I think it's great. I think it's similar to like a Liv Morgan run. You kind of saw it like little by little, just
Oh
her
my
getting
god.
better and better. I know he don't like that. I said that, but I'm just,
Crazy.
like you give somebody an opportunity and then you see them just like week to week, like just make it better, taking it and maximizing the op.
She
And
is doing
for
that
tech,
though. She is definitely maximizing the best of her opportunities. Like
yeah,
Just
and
won
this result,
everybody over.
yeah, and the result, I mean, the result is different for everybody. This being her result, I think is great. And yeah, man, I love my toxic queen. Well, I don't know what else to say.
Thekla for the win, y'all. Thekla for the win.
Absolutely. She'll retain. We're gonna move on. This match isn't as interesting as like the match is interesting, but really
Pack
the
it
story.
the F up, man.
Nah, the match
Pack
is gonna be fire, but it's not as interesting as the subplot here. The subplot is like we're finally getting that Okada versus Takeshita like combination here. Like that's really the interesting part here. I can see this a million miles away. Like the Young Bucks are going to win this match because Okada's probably going to hit Takeshita with the Rainmaker, and that's the pin, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
he
going
doesn't
with the
want to defend
Bucks.
his title.
Huh?
He doesn't want to defend it. He doesn't want to defend his title. So of course he's gonna sabotage this match. Like,
Yeah,
why would he not?
but this is already booked. Okada versus Takeshita. Basically, Callis did a deal with the both of them. It was really Takeshita. Do this favor for me. Team up, beat the Young Bucks, take them on tag team Dynasty, and then you can have your match against Okada, Continental, whatever title he has. Excuse me, international title at Double or Nothing. It's already booked. So that's what's most interesting to me is that we're finally like it seems like we're pushing go. We're hitting the pedal on this. We're pushing the button on that Okada versus Takeshita thing, and the match is going to be fire. Like the bell to bell, the actual action is going to be dope. But this is all about the Okada versus Takeshita official breakup here, where they're definitely kicking Takeshita out of the Callis
It's
ring.
gotta be an official breakup. They should have broke up months ago. It's dragged. It's hit the wall. Pack this match and this feud up, yo. I want to get to the match already. We gotta end this
Yeah.
feud.
Does this
It's
match
gotta
end
this feud.
any other way than Okada hitting Takeshita with the Rainmaker?
Nah,
No.
not at all. Not at all. It's got to be Okada sabotaging this just for the Hardy
Yep.
Boys to have a blast and get a win. It's a much needed win that they need to pop the crowd, to send them home happy tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. Put on a good match and do the thing at the end and take up some time, and that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
See what the chat is saying. Marks and Mikes, what up? What up? Welcome back on these here pod streets as well.
Yeah.
I mean, peace to the
Mark,
good fellas over there, Marks and Mikes. They did I think Ashwell Elegance, they had an interview with today, and yesterday they had an interview that dropped with Mike Santana. So they're doing some good
Fire.
work over there. You know what I mean? Marks with mics for sure.
Shout out to the Gazas.
Absolutely. Do we have new tag team champions coming up? FTR defending that against Cope and Cage, tag team titles on the line.
Yes.
Do we leave Dynasty with new tag team champions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. On a show with minimal title changes, this is definitely going to be one of them.
Yeah.
This
Straightforward
has
like
gotta be
that.
one of them.
Cope and Cage
Nostalgia
can't
run for
disrespect.
Cope and Cage.
You think
Yeah.
what they drop it again at Double or Nothing? You got like a one pay-per-view? Or do they
No.
hold it all the way to like All In maybe?
They have a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're
I think
gonna
they have a
dress
good
it up.
run. They're gonna go through. Yeah, they got to have the cycle with the Hardleys. They got to do the triple threat for the anniversary of the TLC match.
True.
So there's a
All
lot
the
of
fixins. All the fixins are coming with Cope and Cage before they can't.
because that part you never know when Cope's supposed to be done. I believe it's supposed to be Wrestle Dream this year is the last, but because of that time off, the injury, you know how Tony Khan likes to do with the time added. So we might see Cope around for a little bit longer, but supposedly this is supposed to be their last year. So I think they have an extensive reign. Christian, on the other hand, can stick around for as long as he wants. Cope can, you know what I mean? He can go back. I don't want to say he can go back across the fence. You know it's probably going, though. It's probably going to happen so we get that Hall of Fame induction, send off into the sunset and whatnot. Or is he in the Hall of Fame already?
No, not
I
yet.
think he's not.
Nah, I don't think
so.
he is.
Mm-mm.
But Christian, on the other hand, my man could hold it down. Christian could be in the world title picture tomorrow if we really snapped our fingers, yo. And it would be a great product. Christian and MJF, actually, yeah,
I wouldn't
man.
be mad at that.
Wouldn't be mad if that was a TV program, yo.
Some authority type faction forming with that.
Promo levels out of control on that one. So Cope and Cage.
Cope and Cage.
Cope and Cage. CNC Music Factory, I think.
CNC, I definitely typed that in. Peace to the good folks over at Kings of the Rings pod. They were talking about this. I was like, yeah, CNC Music Factory.
CNC Music Factory are going.
Here we go. CNC Music Factory walking away tag champs.
Definitely walking.
It has been said.
They
It
have.
has been said.
They have to. For the benefit of those with flash photography.
For flash photography. 2 more matches left. We got the Casino Battle Royal coming up. I only know of Tommaso Ciampa being in this match officially. I think Roosh is also in the match, and somebody else is in this match. But
you know a guy that ain't winning, you definitely said his name.
Oh, it's definitely Roosh.
Definitely not Roosh. It's definitely not Roosh winning that title.
Do we have any initial thoughts? Is it Tommaso Ciampa? Do you see somebody else grabbing this title? To birthday, this was the one. Kyle Fletcher was the champ. Kyle Fletcher was the champ.
Got you.
He got injured. It's the TNT joint, and that's why it's vacant because he got injured. I think he's going to be out for a little bit of time now.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So, question, guys, because that directly answers to this. Who are we booking Ciampa with for big matches? Because it's either Ciampa versus whoever against him for this belt. These are the candidates.
I can see they did like a best of 7 or best of 3 or best of something with Ciampa and Briscoe already, right?
No,
I'm not sure.
Didn't they have a few matches?
They haven't even really kicked it off the ground yet, which I think is going to be
but earlier because Ciampa turned on him.
They didn't. I don't think they had a follow-up match. I think he just turned on him and it was just like, all right, on to the next.
I can see, even regardless of what, I don't remember clearly, but I can see Ciampa walking away with that and they run that back just because there was a little more some energy left there, I think, that they could probably capitalize on.
I think it's obvious. Like, I really think they shouldn't have taken the belt off Ciampa to begin with. Like, Ciampa should have been champion the whole way through, but had to please Kyle Felcher and what was going on in Australia. But I think overall it's got to be Ciampa. Mark Briscoe return possibly for the pop, or Brody King. Brody King would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Then a
Brody King
super
would
dark
be a dope
horse.
TNT champ.
That's a
I
that's a
agree.
really
I
cool
agree.
option, actually. And he's doing like indie matches, kind of warming up things. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
like it. I'm buying that. I'm
Or
buying that.
Andrade. If Andrade wasn't in a number one contenders match with Darby, I would be like, yo, let's just skip the BS and just put it right to Andrade. Let
Mm-hmm.
Andrade be TNT champion again.
Nah, he
So
can't. He got to be in that top dog picture always. They can't put him in this
I'm with
TNT
you.
thing.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. So
Yeah.
with that said, I'm going Ciampa. Ciampa or Brody King. I can't decide.
I would
All right,
really.
I will decide. Brody King. I'm going
My
Brody King.
mind says Champa, but I think my heart wants Brody King to actually win that title, just because I think that'd be a very
I'm
interesting
with
ring.
you on that. Because Brody hasn't been announced. So technically, I'm gonna say Ciampa, but if Brody King is in the match,
Fair.
I'm taking Brody. I'll take
Fair.
Brody over Ciampa if he's in the match though.
Fair.
I think it's probably going to be Trumper.
Yeah.
Entering as number one in the gauntlet and outlasting everybody. I mean, it's the Psycho Killer.
Yeah.
He
Psycho
actually
Killer.
supposed to
I
be
can
doing
see him
it.
doing it.
Perfect story.
One more match to chop it up about on AEW Dynasty this weekend. We got Jericho's first
Woo!
match in over a year, man.
The
Chris
real
Jericho
main event.
versus
Real
Ricochet.
main event, man.
Initial thoughts on. So I think we talked, Chad, a little bit about this on last episode. Jericho coming back, and I thought they would have started him with. He wants to come out, talk about where he's been, what his plans are. He never actually gets a word out. He gets handed the mic. He gets immediately interrupted, just to start a little welcome back feud with maybe a Big Bill, or his former members, that he used to run with. And then we start to see, like, once the pay-per-view cycle is up, he gets a chance to let us know what his thoughts are, what his plans are. Ricochet came out. First of all, like, we get the contract. He comes out. He's bringing the list back and whatever he's doing. They've got the old Judas music back, showing his abs off.
Light up jacket probably coming too.
Wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it. I'm in the best shape. I'm back. AEW deserves it. I'm so proud about AEW. Blah blah blah. Then we get Ricochet, comes out, assaults him a little bit. You shouldn't sign that. He signs it anyway. Says, I have a clause. I can fight anybody I want to on the pay-per-view. Ricochet is the guy. Jericho's winning this for sure.
Definitely.
But I think
100%.
the bigger conversation here is, like, what's the trajectory? Like, is this who you initially thought he would be in a feud with? What happens after the pay-per-view? What are you guys' thoughts?
I was immediately thinking that after Ricochet and Gates of Agony came out, this is how we get the Learning Tree reunion. Because if I'm not mistaken, Gates of Agony and Learning Tree were beefing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kicking their ass. Learning Tree's ass, that was. So I think this is how Brian Keith and Big Bill pop back up to Jericho's aid. They're one big reunion. They get a trios title run when they beat Jet Speed. And then they turn on Jericho. And then we go from there. And then that's how you kind of just pack up Jericho with the last couple months of this year.
I don't think that they reunite at all.
Okay. That's fair. I don't know. I just went immediately to the reuniting.
Yeah,
Jericho's going to need help. He's going to need help. And what better way than with the guys who he left? He left them, but
he left him. That's why I don't. Yeah, that's why I don't think it's because he kind of breezed on him.
I think they finally just be like, "Hey, we hate Gates of Agony so much that we'll help you out."
But yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but when I see Jericho and Ricochet, I'm like, "Yo, this is how Ricochet really is gonna get his whole thing revived, getting just in a program with Jericho. Jericho's gonna, warm up, cook it, make it dope. And I think it'll be really good for Ricochet. They need Ricochet to be like a lot better than what he's been since he's got there. And I think this is like a pathway to do it. So
you haven't been a fan of. I think Ricochet's been doing the best work of his career since I've seen him on TV.
I think so too. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I think they can make him bigger. You know what I mean? And this is how they do it. You know, like he could do all like the little stuff, but like
Yeah.
even before he came to AEW, he was doing he had great matches, known matches, classic matches with bigger top talent. I think he needs to get back to like really that status, whereas someone like Andre El Idolo did it within like a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? I feel like we got to get Ricochet like on that same like track somehow, some way. So
What I thought really what surprised me the most about Ricochet and his run at AEW is the personality, way he's been able to get his personality across. Because when he was in WWE, there was nothing written for him, there was nothing
That
given to him.
boy
It was
was
go
a
out there,
gray
have a match,
crayon.
and other than that, just he's still a cornball, but it's
yeah,
written into the angle. He's supposed to come off that way, and he has the muscle with him. The leader of a faction. He wasn't the leader of
Yeah.
anything in WWE. You know what I mean?
He was a
exactly.
highlighter.
Yeah,
What
He
I
was a
will
walking
say,
highlighter in WWE.
yeah. What I will say, what's interesting about what you just said though, is like thinking about the way like Jericho was always like strategically thinking about who he's gonna be in these feuds with. You know what I mean? Like he's
yes,
picking guys sometimes to like make them or see, all right, if we do this, does this elevate this person in the eyes of the fans? Does this move them up the card a little bit? Maybe that's the play. Like maybe that's the
it,
play to see like Jericho comes back. He knows it's a big spot. I've been in every main event possible. Let's see if we can pull a little bit something extra out of Ricochet in a new kind of scenario here. That's interesting. I didn't even think of that until
yeah.
you said that.
Yeah, they got to, you know what I mean? Jericho didn't come back to WWE like everybody thought he would. He came back to AEW. In a way, this is kind of like a little, Jericho, like you said, he's thinking about the business and wrestling as like an entire mega universe. So in a way, this is kind of like a WWE programming in AEW, and he about to cook it up in a really unique way with the former WWE guy. Like the recipe is all there. They just got to really like do it, and I think it'll go. It's gonna be good for Jericho, gonna be great for Rick O'Shea, and yeah, they need that. I want that. I want that for him, for Ricochet. Even though he corny, I want that for
Even
him.
if it spins off into a blood feud, I'm cool with that. It gives them both something to do for the time being.
True.
You know what I mean? Even if they
Yeah.
evolve their factions, it's cool. It's refreshing. It keeps them both away from a title picture, any particular title picture, and it's fine. It's something that it allows both characters to grow. There'll be great insults. They'll both hold their own on a microphone back and forth against each
Yeah.
other. I'm sure there'll be pot shots about the other company and the other one's turner there. It's all
Who
all
else is
fun
gonna
and
do it? Who else is gonna do it but these two right now?
games. Jericho tells Ricochet he was a curtain jerker on the other guy's side of town.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
He's like, "You've never made event to the show, kid. Get to the back of the line."
Hello, mans.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Hello,
saying.
mans.
You've never made event to the WrestleMania. Oops, wrong company.
Oops. That's Dynasty, man. That's AEW Dynasty. We absolutely will have another 15 matches announced in 15 minutes. So look
We
forward
got
to.
through 9 real well, yo.
We got through 9 pretty quick, but like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we think this is a one-night show. We think this is going to be a
I'm
Saturday,
ready.
Sunday vibe.
I'm ready for AEW to do a 2-night pay-per-view because they have the roster size for it, and Tony Khan would literally go mayhem on all of the cards for both
Yo,
nights. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Tony Khan would absolutely have 25 matches booked. You kidding me? Like
Oh yeah.
WrestleMania, he
yeah.
can book WrestleMania weekend himself.
Yo,
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
you thought you never saw Shotty Lee Johnson and swirl and twirl Blake Christian before?
Every title on the line, bro. All the Ring of Honor titles. Everything. Everything's at
Everything
stake.
on the line. Everything.
JR's
Ring of
back.
Honor inter-promotional match with CMLL. Matter of fact, it's just all the Forbidden Door. Like, it's just going to be a whole melee. Matter of fact,
Not for
Forbidden
nothing.
Door, 2 nights.
I was about to say, not for nothing. If there was any pay-per-view that they could do a 2-nighter, Forbidden Door would be the pay-per-view. All my
They couldn't
friends,
get away with it.
everybody comes through. We got Maple Leaf Pro. We got everybody.
Oh, CMLL's on Fox in America now.
Fox,
2?
yeah, I saw that. Fox. You got a date for that?
Fox Telemundo?
I think it's Fox. It's Fox Sports 2. I want to say.
Fox Telemundo was great.
Yeah.
I
They have a
don't
date
know
for
the
that.
particular date, but
I saw,
definitely
yeah,
know.
I saw something like that.
I saw them promoting that, which is going to be pretty dope. Actually, I'll check that out. I've been
For
watching
sure.
AAA, so it's good to see CMLL will be on television. So that's cool. I'll be able to check that.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they had their YouTube like subscription package, and then whenever they want to fight, um, I'll check that out for sure.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
Anything else in the wild world of wrestling that we want to chop it up about before we get out of here?
No, nothing we can't save until WrestleMania, man. I feel like we got through a lot of grabs this week.
Sure.
I mean, we recapped a lot. We ain't lose nobody on the personal side of things, but to those of y'all that might have lost somebody, you know what I'm saying? We pour up one for y'all. We send our love, thoughts, condolences to y'all, man. You never know. Y'all might need it. Get a hug and some love from the Ringside Club.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. That's it. I'm just hyped for it. Whenever it's a pay-per-view weekend, I know it's
Love
going to
it.
be a good-ass day. It's going
Love
to be
it.
a
Yeah.
really good day.
Yeah.
'Cause I know we got guaranteed quality television, no matter what. No matter how you want to flip it with the matches and how you going to feel about them, the timestamps and who's and what, we still got quality, fresh, authentic wrestling that we ain't seen most of the time. Most of these matches we ain't seen before. So it's going to be a really great show. And I know I sound like an AEW neckbeard chill, but I'm just looking forward to the freshness of it, considering what we got to sit through on the other side of the fence for the last couple months. So it's like,
Bro.
bring
Yeah,
on the
I'm-
wrestling, man.
Yeah. Bring on the warm weather and the wrestling, bro. Please.
Hello,
I'm ready.
now talk that talk.
Yes,
now you
yes,
talking.
yes.
Now
Yeah,
you
bro.
talking. I don't
it's
want to
really
be in
that
a
time.
hoodie next weekend, man.
Bro,
Like next
please.
Thursday, when we jump back on this here pod to do, the WrestleMania predictions. I saw Wednesday actually is supposed to be like 70 degrees. You know what I mean? So I want to be t-shirted
gonna
out
be
the next
nice.
time we're on the airwaves, man.
That's gonna be nice.
T-shirt.
That's gonna be a nice one.
Nice,
need that.
man.
You need
Yes,
it.
sir. All right, man. That's been the Ringside Club's
almighty.
Dynasty preview and predictions extravaganza. Everybody enjoy. We still have TNA tonight. I think Ring of Honor is tonight. You know what I mean? So there'll be something to talk about.
Definitely.
I saw TNA announced a whole bunch of shows coming up. Their live schedule. SmackDown tomorrow
right
night.
now.
We see Royce Key's debut. We get closer to the end of the Mania build.
Shout out to that boy
Sunday
Royce.
is, I think, Collision. They're doing Collision as well. I think they taped it, but Collision is Saturday, Dynasty Sunday, and then next week is Mania week. I mean, so tap in with your boys right here at the Ringside Club. That's the Good Sir birthday. That's the Good Sir Chad Law. My name is A.O. Bacon. We out of here, man. Peace.
Gang, gang.